Hi, I'm Marcus Wynn, Operations Manager at Recon Power Bikes, and who I have with me is Trevor Ellis, Head of Service. And a couple of things we wanted to address in this video are the frequently asked questions that we get, either consumers looking to purchase this bike for the first time and or people who have made the purchase, and they actually have some further questions that maybe we can dive a bit further into to answer. So, one of the bigger things that we see is what is this bike designed for? So I'm going to actually ask Trevor some of these, and we'll see what he comes up with.
Yeah, so the great question, what the bike is designed for, it's designed for on-road and off-road riding. So you can ride on hard surfaces such as asphalt and concrete, and then you can go into off-road surfaces such as sand, loose dirt, gravel. It's really what this bike is designed for. That's what the all-wheel drive feature is for. It's designed to make that compatibility so you can ride on those types of surfaces.
So, Trevor, when you talk about all-wheel drive, what exactly? I mean, does the bike have? How many motors does it have to make it all-wheel drive?
Yeah, so it's got two 750 watt front and rear hub motors. You can use those independently of each other by selecting the drive mode switch, and you can use them both together, and so you can drive in, of course, all-wheel drive. If you wanted to drive in just front-wheel drive, you can. If you want to be in rear-wheel drive, you can. And if you really want to put the power down and get out of some deep sand, you can put it in all-wheel drive and get out of the way.
Okay, I mean that's good news. I mean, it sounds like it's a lot of fun, and one of the things that for most of our bicycles, it has a 14 amp hour battery.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, does this bike come with a 14 amp hour, or what are the battery options that the Hummer does offer?
So the Hummer comes with a little bit of a larger battery. It's because it has two front and rear hub motors. It's going to need a larger battery. So it comes with a 17.5 amp hour battery, or it comes with an upgraded 21 amp hour battery. The 21 amp hour battery is, of course, the largest of the two. Both of them are options upon purchase that you can ask for.
Okay, fully charged with the batteries. What can I expect? What's the distance? How far can I go? What are we looking at on that?
So distance can vary, of course, on the terrain that you're on and the level of assist that you're using with a certain type of battery. So if you have a 21 amp hour battery and you're riding on level assist 1 and 2 on a flat surface and perfect conditions, you can get 50 plus miles per charge. But of course, if you're going to be in off-road, if you're going to be in some sand and you have lower tire pressure, you can definitely reduce or decrease that battery percentage, of course, depending on your desired level of assist you're using.
Okay. Now I imagine an all-wheel drive as well as either front or rear. This is our most powerful bike that we do have. I know our max speed on it is 28. We can set it to 20, especially when it comes out of the factory. But when we are at 28 miles an hour, what type of brakes does this bike have in order to reassure that you're going to actually stop when you need to?
It has Tektro Dorado 4-piston hydraulic brakes. So it's a hydraulic mineral oil system. So it's very, very compatible and very user friendly if you're to do any service or maintenance on it. Those brakes are designed, because they have 4 pistons, they're designed to stop you on a dime. You can, wherever you are, you'll have all the power to stop that you
Awesome.
need.
Awesome. All right, Trevor, taking a look around at our bicycles, the tires that we have on the Hummer, they look pretty consistent to what we've already had on our other bicycles. So, but can we go a little further into kind of getting more information about our tires? Maybe tire pressure, what you recommend when riding on the different surfaces to how do I even get air in the tire? What type of valve is it? And is it an easy process or, what are we looking at with that?
Yeah, so the great question. The tires are going to be very similar to what we have on all of our other bikes. It's going to be a 26-inch by 4-inch tire. It's the Kenda Juggernaut with the K-Shield protection inside the tread. Tire pressure, I recommend, depending on, of course, the terrain that you're riding on. if you're going to be on some dirt or some sand, you want the most amount of grip. So I recommend keeping around the 15 to 20 psi. However, this will decrease the amount of range that you'll have on the bike because you are running lower pressure. So if you wanted to maximize that efficiency for your bike and your battery range, I recommend keeping it upwards of around 30, which is the max PSI, 30 PSI in the tires to get the most efficiency and the most range out of your battery. As far as keeping air in the tires and airing up your tires, it's going to be a Schrader valve, similar to what you're going to find on your cars. However you air up your car tires, that's a great way to air up these tires. Of course, keep it around that 30 PSI, and you should be good to go. It's not too hard to keep air in these tires. They usually keep air for quite some time, but I do recommend before you go on any ride, if it's going to be a couple days from now or a couple weeks before you go on a ride, just take a look at your tire pressure. Make sure it's at your desired level that you would like, depending on the type of terrain you want to be riding on. But just take a look at it and make sure that it's at what you want it to be.
Okay. Yeah, all good information. You know, I'm a sucker for a black bike. It's one of my favorite colors that I really like it. However, I know the Hummer just comes in other colors than black. So what are the color options?
Yeah, good question. My personal favorite is going to be the Moonshot Green. It's the newest released color. So it's going to be kind of like an emerald green. We also have the standard black and white Hummer EV e-bike. So there's going to be the three colors: a glossy black, black and white, and Moonshot Green, which in my opinion, the Moonshot Green is the best color. So those are going to be the three that are available in this bike.
Okay. Size-wise, do all the bikes come in a 17-inch, 19-inch, or are we limited in sizes?
So in sizing, the 17s, you'll get all three bikes, all three colors in the 17-inch range. As far as the 19-inch range, the Moonshot and the black and white models are only available as a 19-inch.
Okay. And from my understanding, I know in the future we may be looking at bringing that glossy black in 19. However, at this point, we have two great options. Largely that the black and white's probably our most popular color, and now with the Moonshot coming out, it's a sweet bike. So, you know, we live in the Midwest. I mean, we're here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So we ride a lot in different seasons. When we talk about bike maintenance, you know, I know you have a lot of experience in the cycling industry. So the bike itself, is it, you know, maintaining it like a traditional bike that's non-electric? Does that transfer over to bikes that are electric? I mean, what do you see as far as storage and maintenance?
So as far as storage, because it gets a little chilly in here in the Midwest, if you don't have a place to store the entire bike inside, I recommend removing the battery from the bike and bringing it into a warm, temperature-controlled area. If you have a temperature-controlled garage or you have the ability to bring the bike inside to your home, I do recommend that just to keep the cells in the battery from getting damaged with this harsh temperature that we experience here in the Midwest. Okay. But as far as maintaining the bike, all the mechanical components are very similar to traditional pedal bikes. You're going to have a 9-speed drivetrain that you can find at most, if not all, local bike shops. They'll be able to have chains, derailleurs, cassettes, brakes and rotors, brake pads. All those components you'll be able to get from your local bike shop or online, or you can call in directly to us and we can get you the part that you need. As far as motors and the battery, that's something that we will have to service. If you have any questions, of course, give us a call and we can further explain more about that.
Yeah, cool. Really, that's a lot of the questions that we get. I mean, it's top tier. However, I do know we are all available here to answer any other questions you might have and or that we didn't address in this video. By any means, again, my name is Marcus. This is Trevor, and we have a few other technicians in the back that would be happy to answer your questions. So feel free to shoot us emails or give us a call, and we'd be happy to get you taken care of.
Thank you.